Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. If I had a word to describe this episode, these past couple episodes, I would use the word befuddling. I don't even think that's a word, but I'm going to use it anyway. We're going to start off with Alexis and Gregory. I don't understand why is she pushing for Gregory to work for her. I don't get that. He says no. And then she still keeps on pushing. He's like, well, I want to be a teacher. I still want to be a teacher. Um, that's still his passion. And she's like, well, you can do both. Why does he want, he just said that being a teacher is still like, I don't get that. I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand why she was pushing so hard. Even if he showed somewhat a bitter disinterest in his job, we all go through that at times. Even jobs that we generally love, there's going to be some times where we're just like, yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. That's just part of the job. And he generally is in a position where he loves what he does. But we're not going to be rah 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 all the time, 24/7. Towards the end, I think he said like, yeah, he'll try and he'll talk to his job and see if he can, work a little bit less and then work there more, or kind of split his time. But I just didn't really understand the point of her pushing for this. Now I want to talk about the Willow scene, pretty much just the whole hospital scene. For the most part, Nina and Sunny didn't really do too much of anything in this episode, like usual. And it's kind of sad because it's been like that for a hot minute. It's just Nina. I'm sorry, Nina and Sunny didn't really do too much of anything. Like like that's just been a thing for quite a while. But Willow's situation seemed like it's pretty dire. The whole stem cell thing is not going to work. Doing too much chemo is not going to work. So it's pretty much kind of back to the whole bone marrow transplant. Everything seems really dire, right? And towards the end, after Ulbrich was talking to, after Ulbrich saw Nina and kind of talked to her about what was going on with Willow, she asked Terry if she can get tested. Now, my whole thing is when she found out that she was going to be part of that Willow was going to be, I guess, her niece. Why did she not get tested anyway? I mean, she's a doctor. I just don't understand why she did not do that sooner. It was almost like that afterwards was like, well, let me try now. Like, what if the stem cell thing didn't work? I just feel like as a doctor, she should have just got herself tested anyway, just in case. But of course, she's going to get tested. Most likely she's going to be a match, and Willow's going to be saved. Just don't understand why they didn't do that sooner. And I feel like just to kind of keep her on the episode a little bit longer, she started asking these petty questions with Finn, like, oh, well, what's going on with Liz? And, with Scotty, being so close to Liz and the boys, I care about her, what happens to Scotty affects me and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, why are you asking about this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is one of those things where it's like, she got irritated that Liz called Scotty, but I'm like, Scott's a lawyer, okay? He probably has a lot of people call him at all times of the day and night because, they need them to get what they need Scotty to get him out of the situation. So why would it bother her that Liz called? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Unfortunately, I've learned, watching soap operas over the years, there's just times certain things not going to really make that much sense, and you kind of just have to go with it because, you know, reasons. So, just as Liz was about to tell Scotty the details as far as her crime, gave just enough time with her stalling for Ava to come in. And, Scott left, and Ava was sitting there telling her all the reasons why she shouldn't turn herself in. Her boys. Nicholas left town. We don't know if he's going to come back. It's not fair for you to sit there and, take all this crime and heat and everything like that alone. And just trying to really give her reasons of why she should just keep her mouth shut. And she kept saying to talk about, well, I don't know, I can't live like this. I have a guilty conscience and yada 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 yada. Between Finn and Ava, she might listen, and she may get away with it for a little bit. But of course, at some point, Esme's going to remember. The old Esme is going to kind of rear her ugly head, is going to sit there and blackmail Liz. So maybe when people are talking about Esme and Cam being together, may not be that far off. Just saying. She does need a place to stay. I don't see why she wouldn't want to live at Liz's place as some sort of blackmail scenario. Willow is taking the news devastating, and towards the end, she pretty much kind of have a sit down with Michael. You saw it in the previews. She's kind of just getting him prepared for life without her. I generally do feel bad for Nina. Nina isn't exactly my favorite character, as everyone knows, but she's been in a coma for years, and Nell was dead. She didn't really have a good relationship with Willow even before this whole thing started, and now there's a possibility that Willow could die, and she doesn't even get to sit there and know about another daughter until it's too late. Well, it sucks. Sucks. Point blank. It generally is heartbreaking. Um, and again, everything seemed like all hope was lost until Obrick decided she should get tested. Somebody who's a doctor who found out that your niece is dying of leukemia and she needs a bone marrow transplant, and you're a doctor, but when all else fails, all right, let me sit there and step up to the plate. I don't understand why she didn't do that when she found out that Nina was not a match. But okay, all right, this is the logic that they want to sit there and use. So okay. Oh, Donna was there. She saw her um niece, I guess. So some cute scenes with her and Nina and Carly. And I think that's pretty much about it. Oh yeah, Finn came back to the house to talk to Liz. Try to make sure that she would keep quiet. Because that pesky old conscience is just really bothering Liz now. Wasn't bothering her before, but now it is. So, oh yeah, Austin was there and Terry was there. Um, so now Terry's gonna sit there and test Ulbrich. Super late. Also, Ava calls up Austin. It's like, yeah, we got a problem now. Well, what do you mean that we got a problem? Didn't you just sit there and say that you got a problem? Weren't you sitting there trying to get Austin away from this whole situation? We got a problem. There's no we, there's just you. Just saying. Just double check my notes. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else that happened in the episode. Um, but if I did somehow leave anything out, I will be going live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So definitely we'll chop it up about whatever that I might have missed. But I will just chop it up about stuff anyway. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.